Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, my group and I will present our PPT to MAD, which is groceries order app. First of all, let me introduce my team member, which is first Muhammad Faiz Ali Ashraf bin Zulkifli, and me, Muhammad Amir Adli bin Afar Rostam, and my third friend is Muhammad Zarfan bin Hasbullah. Okay, for the introduction, this project involves creating a basic grocery app that includes only the login and registration functionalities. The app allows users to register with their details such as full name, phone number, and title, and then log in with their credentials to access the app. The design will keep simple, and the app will function in portrait orientation. This project focus on implementing these two core features, which will serve as the foundation for any future development of the app. Okay, in this part, we can see the coding for the image and the width, height, and the background for the splash coding. Here is the output of the splash screen after we insert the coding. Uh, this is explanation for the splash screen part. This could define a splash screen activity that displays a splash screen for 3 seconds when the app is launched. It adjusts the logo's padding to ensure it doesn't overlap with system bars using view compact set on apply window is set listener. After the splash duration 3 seconds, which is uh, we set up it for 3 seconds, the app transition to the intro activity using an intent, and the splash screen activity is finished, allowing the user to proceed to the next script. Okay, for this part, we also insert the package coding, which is package com.example.grocery. After that, we also insert the text view, image view, button. We also use override method and super method in this coding. Okay, in this part, we can see the extension coding for previous part of intro. Okay, for this part, this is the coding where we 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 insert the layout, which is width, height, and the background, and after that, the coding for inserting the image for this intro part. Okay, in this part of coding, we also add the button coding for this intro. We also add the width, height, text, which is skip, and the layout, horizontal, center horizontal, margin top, the color, background for the button. This is the output for the intro part, which is there will be a image for on top, and the middle will be a text which is get fresh and organic vegetable and fruit only from organic grocery bag. And there will be two button which is continue and skip. Okay, for the final part, which is explanation for the intro activity in this app display an introductory screen with an image and text, guiding users through the app's feature. Initially, the screen shows a message about fresh produce delivery with an image, and the continue button changes the image and text when clicked. After two steps, the button text changes to finish and hide the skip button, leading to the home activity. If the skip button is pressed, the app directly navigates to the home screen. This screen serves as a brief walkthrough before entering the main app. For the next part, my friend will explain the home coding.
So I will continue to my part. My name is Muhammad Zalfan bin Hasbullah. So this is home activity code for our Android app. It's set up to main button on the home screen, one for login, and one for login in and one for registering. When the login button is clicked, it takes the user to the login screen, and when the register button is click, it opens the registration screen. This navigation is handled by simple on-click function for each button. I'm using this XML code to boot the home screen layout of the app. It includes three main parts. First one is logo image, second one is welcome text, and third one is login and register button. For the first one, layout layout center horizontal through center the app horizontal and layout margin top 50 dp, give it some space from the top. And second is welcome text. This tag is centered and positioned below the logo. It starts with text size for readability and text color for a dark gray color. And last one is the login button is placed below the welcome text, and the register button is below the login button. Each button has its own color background theme, and they are both centered and labeled. So this is the home screen design. At the top, we have the app's logo, followed by a welcome message. Below that are two buttons, one for login and one for register. The layout is simple, guiding users to log in or sign up easily. The home activity in this app serves as the main screen where user can choose to either log in or register. It contains two buttons, one for navigating to the login activity and another for navigating to registration activity. When the respective buttons are clicked, the app starts to the corresponding activity, allowing users to either uh, create a new account. So this activity acts as a gateway for users to access the login or registration functionality. This code is for the login screen. It includes email and password fields, a sign-in button, and a password toggle icon. In the on-click method, we set up the layout and link each UI element using find view by ID so the code can interact with them. Also, we also add text wedges on the email and password fields. They check if both fields have text, and if they do, the sign-in button is enabled. This way, the button only activates when both fields are filled, making the login process clear for users. Sign-in button activation. First, Discord, which is the username and password fields. The sign-in button only works if both fields have text in them, so you cannot try to log in with empty fields. It helps prevent mistake. Second, show or hide password. Next, there's a button to show or hide password. This is helpful if you want to check what you type, like when you are unsure if you type the right password. Discord lets you show or hide password. If it's hidden, input type 129, password edit text dot set input type 144, show it. Clicking again, password edit text set input type 129, hide it. Second, check login. This part check if the email and password match abc@yahoo.com and 123456. If they do, towards the make text this login successful. To select show a successful message. If not, towards make text this login failed. Incorrect email or password. Towards select show an error. This create an email input box. The hint say email address and the input is set for email. Second is password field. This create a password box. The hint say password and it hide the text as you type. Here we adding an icon next to the password field to let users show or hide their password. This icon has an ID of password toggle icon which we can use to control it on in our code. We are using an I symbol from drawable irregular for the icon image, so it's clear to the users that they can toggle visibility. Second is sign in button. That is the sign in button. We give it an ID sign in button so we can access in the app logic. It's labeled with sign in to guide the user, and we give it a blue background color using hashtag 05x353F2. We start with the button disable, enable false. This makes sure users cannot click sign in until they enter both their email and password. At the top, we have an email input file with a placeholder that say email. Second, we have below that is password field. There also an icon next to it which let users show or hide their password as they type. Lastly, in sign in button, there's a green sign in button is stay disabled until both the email and password fields are filled, ensuring users cannot submit an empty form. The login activity in this app allows users to sign in using their email and password. It includes an editable edit text for both the email and password fields. The app enables the sign in button only when the bot fill contact text thanks to a text feature that monitors change in bot fields. And when the sign in button is clicked, the app check if the enter email and password match predefined credential. If the login is successful, the user is redirected to a login successful activity with a success message. If the credential are incorrect, an error message is shown via a toast. Additionally, the status bar is color is customized to match the app's theme. So the next one is login success. First one, class setup. This code defines a login success activity, which is the screen that appears after a successful login. Second is sign out button. The sign out button is set up to let user log out. When they click it, it takes them back to the login screen using an intent. Finish is called to close the current screen so the user doesn't return to it by pressing the back button. So this code make the login success screen with a simple sign out button to return to the login page. At the top image, this layout start with an image view at the top set to ID top underscore image. It takes up most of the width. Mesh underscore parent at is 250 dp tall. Second one is success title. Below the image, there's a text view for the title with ID login success title. It displays login successful in bold and uses a color with the hash code hashtag 02742224A. And the last view is success message. Finally, there's another text view called ID success underscore message where you can add a custom message to show more detail about the successful login. This layout is simple and clean with an image, a title, and message to confirm that the login was successful. This text view display a welcome message saying welcome to organic grocery bag. It starts with a text size of 16 SP, a dark gray color hashtag 636363 and is centered below the title. Second is sign out button. This button has the ID sign out button and shows sign out as its text. It starts with white text hashtag FFFF and a green background color hashtag 027248 is positioned below the welcome message and is centered on the screen. So this part of the layout welcome the user after login and provide checkout button for easy layout. At the top there's a last check mark icon. This confirm the login was successful. Below the icon is the login successful in the bot to let user know the login successful. Welcome message under the title there's have a message welcome to organic grocery bag to greet the user. And lastly, at the bottom, there's a green sign out button that let user log out whenever they are ready. So this screen is simple and welcoming, showing that the login was successful and providing an easy way to sign out.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aslam bin Zulkifli and I will explain about registration form and registration success form. Okay, for the first part of coding, here you can see the first part of coding of the registration form. This is the second part of the coding for the registration form. It will use to insert all the data in the registration form. For the third part of the coding is used to pass the data to the registration success form. This is the XML code for the registration form. This will be used to create create the interface for the registration form. This is the first part of the HTML code. This is the second part where it contains for name and phone numbers. This is the third part, which contains code for the spinner and button of registration form. This is for the last part of the XML code. It will be shown as the spinner and button for the registration form and the closure for the relative layout. So this is the result for the XML code. As you can see at the top of the page is self information title and description. They say please enter all your information. The second part is full name and enter full name. User need to input the full name of them. Bottom of it, a phone number. User need to insert their phone number. And the third one is choose your title. User need to choose the title for them. And lastly, at the bottom of it is the registration button. For the explanation of registration, in this code, we allow user to enter the full name, phone number, and select a title from the spinner. After that, when the user click the register button, a dialog will appear to show asking for the confirmation. If they confirm the confirmation, the detail will be passed to the registration confirmation activity using an intern. The registration process is only confirmed after the user click yes on the messages. If the user click no, the dialog closes and no action is taken. This is to ensure the data is properly handled and registration to a confirmation screen. Next, I will explain about registration success activity. On this activity, we will use the data that will be inserted in registration activity. As you can see, this code will take all the data from registration activity. On this code, it will explain about back to home button. As you can see, if you click the back to home button, it will take you to the home page back. Next is the XML coding for the registration success activity. This is the first part of the coding. So this is the second part. The second part will contain the phone number title and phone number display. The third part will display the title of the user that has been entered on the registration form. And for the last part is button. Back to home button that will be on the bottom of the page. As you can see, this is the result of the XML coding back then. For the first or the top of the page is the successful registration title. Bottom of it, the full name and the display area for the full name of the user. Next is phone number, and same as full name, it will display the full phone number of the user that has been entered back then. Finally, the title that has been entered by the user, like Encik Datuk Seri or Puan. Lastly, back to home button. The back to home button will lead the user to the home page back. So this is the brief explanation for the registration confirmation activity. It is designed to display the registration details that were passed from the registration activity. Upon creating the activity, it retrieves the user full name, phone number, and title from the intent and display this value on the respective text view widgets. The activity also includes a back to home button, which when clicked, it will navigate the user back to home activity. The activity provide a confirmation view of the registration detail before allowing the user to proceed. This is the video of our demonstration of the app. So if you click on it, you can see the apps working perfectly fine and the interface is user friendly. This is the video of our demonstration of the app. So if you click on it, you can see the apps working perfectly fine and the interface is user friendly. This is the video of our demonstration of the app. So if you click on it, you can see the apps working perfectly fine and the interface is user friendly. This is the video of our demonstration of the app. So if you click on it, you can see the apps working perfectly fine and that's all from us. Thank you for listening to us and I hope the presentation will meet the expectation. Once more, thank you.